That's coming up after the break. And later on, an opportunity for you to volunteer in the community. 18 hours of your time. It's our 18-hour challenge. Stay with us for the rest of Living Lowcountry coming up. And welcome back to Living Lowcountry. We're joined by some special guests here in the studio. We have Honor Flight Lowcountry, which is a nonprofit organization, and our two special guests are Rhonda Greaves and Bubba Kennedy, and they're the co-coordinators of this nonprofit that was started just recently, actually. You haven't been around for very long, is that correct?
Just since last summer.
Since last summer. So welcome to the show, first of all. Thank you. And thank you very much for coming in. You do some great work, and I like the foundation of the way you're set up. And you have an important event coming up, but I just wanted to hear very quickly for our viewers who might be interested in what you do. What is your organization all about?
The mission of Honor Flight Lowcountry is to fly World War II veterans that are here in South Carolina to the World War II Memorial. They spend the day there, and our objective is to make sure that they are getting the recognition and honor that they so greatly deserve.
They fought for this country and established a stronger foundation of freedom for all of us, and this is a special thanks to them. Now, this is very important, and timing, I could imagine, is critical because both of my grandparents, both my grandfathers fought in World War II. Both of them are deceased, and I imagine that's, you know, that number. I hear the statistics all the time. These folks don't have a lot of time, unfortunately, and this is a great way to honor them at this time in their life. And you still have plenty of folks who out there who could possibly donate to this cause and help this become a reality for some of these folks. This means it is so special to them.
Nick, that's true. We fly the veterans at no cost to the veterans. Each flight cost about $53,000, which we raise the money. We're a totally volunteer organization, and we start from scratch for each flight. And we've gotten some great supporters. Force Protection up in Ladson has been our major sponsor for each flight with a gift of $10,000, which helps us a lot. And each guardian or escort, we call them guardians, they donate $500 for the experience and honor of escorting these veterans, these heroes of World War II, which, yeah, gave us our freedom, but looking at the big picture, actually saved the world from some very bad people.
Yes, and in the end, they spend an entire day visiting this memorial, and I imagine the experiences and the stories you hear along the way, you just can't imagine. What drew you to start an organization like this and to do something like this?
Actually, there was an article in the paper, in the Post and Courier last May about Honor Flight South Carolina, which is out of Columbia, doing their flight last spring, and it was written in a vein, so people like Rhonda and I and a few others answered the challenge, so to speak. And 6 strangers met last June with as a feasibility meeting to see if we could do this, and within a week we had a post office box, a checking account with the minimum amount in it.
The minimum.
The minimum.
the bare minimum, right?
Right. We had a website that Rhonda designed, which she had never put one up before.
Not the one we have now. It looks great.
Yeah, we can take a look at that website too.
Yeah.
They can put it up while we're talking, but yeah, continue.
And we had a commitment. The group in Columbia really helped us a lot, Honor Flight South Carolina, and it was special to them. Bill Dukes, who's their chairman, really was going to be special to him that we have 2 South Carolina flights on November the 7th, which is the weekend closest to Veterans Day up in Washington. And so we kind of made a goal for ourselves to do our flight on November 7th, but to do that we had to have a $10,000 deposit by the end of July. So within the first 35 days of our existence, we had to come up with $10,000.
Tough thing to do.
Tough thing to do,
but the
especially in the economic times.
Yeah.
Yep, and the flight ultimately was a reality, a success. You're building upon it. You've got a second one coming up now. Third, I'm sorry. Yes. Third. Coming up on October 16th, correct?
Correct.
It's a Saturday. Okay, so folks want to get involved. They want to support what you do. What are the multiple ways they can get involved?
two most important things are obviously we love donations, and it's the small donations and the large donations that make this whole thing possible, and our generous sponsors. But one of the best things that anyone can do is go out in the community and ask your friends, your relatives, your coworkers, your fellow worshipers, if they know a World War II veteran. Find them, because they're the greatest generation. They don't often draw attention to the fact that they served our country. Many people live among them and they don't know that the little old couple that's living next door, the gentleman or the lady, was in World War II, and get them to send us an application, because we want to get them on the flight and we don't want to miss any of them.
That's great. And you also have medical staff on board to help assist with any kind of needs there are there as well.
Most definitely, and Rhonda heads up our medical team, and we take 2 physicians, 2 or 3 nurses, and some EMTs. So the medical care is most important to us. Our youngest travelers are in their early 80s. Our oldest, I believe, has been 97.
Yeah, 96 or 97.
Some more pictures there on the website.
It's very important that they understand that we are prepared for them if they're in a wheelchair, if they require oxygen, special assistance. Don't let that be an inhibition to them, applying to come with us, because we will do everything we can to accommodate them.
Okay. Well, very good. Let's share some information on how folks can get involved. Should they call you? Should they email you? What about those folks who aren't using the internet to go to your website, which is honorflightlowcountry.com, by the way.
Correct.
Easy to remember, honorflightlowcountry.com. And there's the website right there. How should they contact you?
They can go there and get applications as a guardian or as a veteran or a volunteer, or they can send us to our post office box 12308, Charleston 29422.
Okay. And that's also listed on the website as well?
Yes, it is.
Yes.
Okay,
and
great.
we have a phone number, and it's 843-906-0399. And that phone is staffed by volunteers, but we will get back to you.
And another opportunity there, because you would take volunteers as well if someone wanted to volunteer, if they're passionate about this.
Oh,
as well.
definitely.
Okay.
Definitely. We've got a lot of work that needs to be done for each flight.
Well, we have a volunteer segment coming up next in the show, and it's good to highlight these opportunities. So there's another opportunity for folks out there. We call it our 18-hour challenge. It's a chance for folks to donate 18 hours of their time, either in a week, a month, or a year. And anyway, I don't know what the volunteer commitment is there, but maybe they could look into it and help you out.
Certainly.
So.
Most certainly.
All right, Bubba Kennedy and Rhonda Greaves, they're co-coordinators of Honor Flight Lowcountry. You can go on their honorflightlowcountry.com website, check it out. Lots of great information, lots of good photos, even videos. Hopefully we'll post this one there too, maybe, huh? We can work that out. All right, well, thank you very much for joining us, and good luck with your flight. Give them a call or write to them if you're interested in being involved. Okay, we have more coming up here on the show on Living Lowcountry. Stick around, we'll be right back after the break.